Hello everyone. Today, I want to talk about some harsh truths regarding retirement and why building a substantial corpus for your retirement is no longer optional. This topic is crucial because the financial landscape is changing, and relying solely on traditional methods of saving might not be enough to secure a comfortable future. Drawing from over 20 years of experience as an AMFI-registered mutual fund distributor, I aim to shed light on why it's essential to take proactive steps now to ensure financial stability in your retirement years. Let's explore these critical insights together. Let's take a closer look at a harsh reality facing many Indian retirees today. First, a staggering 70% of retirees in India rely on their children for financial support. This highlights a deep dependence on family rather than formal financial planning. Even more concerning is that 90% of Indians do not have a formal pension to fall back on when they retire. Without a steady pension, many face uncertainty in their later years. To make matters worse, half of retirees end up outliving their savings, which means they are left without enough resources to sustain themselves. These figures paint a clear picture of the urgent need for better retirement planning and financial security in India. India's elderly population is set to double, reaching an astonishing 300 million seniors by the year 2040. This dramatic increase will place immense pressure on both the pension system and healthcare infrastructure, which are already struggling to meet current demands. At the same time, there will be fewer working-age individuals to support each senior, creating a significant imbalance. Importantly, we can't depend on traditional societal safety nets to fill this gap, so new strategies and solutions will be essential to address these challenges effectively. Medical inflation is a major concern when it comes to protecting your savings. Right now, medical costs are rising at about 14% annually, which is more than twice the rate of general inflation. To put that in perspective, what costs you 50,000 rupees today could cost 1.6 lakh rupees in just 20 years if medical inflation continues at this rate. This means the money you set aside now may not stretch as far in the future. On top of that, health insurance coverage often falls short after retirement. A single serious illness can quickly drain years of your hard-earned savings, so it's critical to plan carefully for these rising healthcare expenses. We often spend about 25 to 35 years working, typically from around age 25 to 60. After that, we enter retirement, which can last another 25 to 30 years or more, considering life expectancy is now between 75 and 80 years. This means if you retire at 55 or 60, you could face 3 decades or more without a steady income. The challenge here is that most people, especially in India, plan financially for only 5 to 10 years of retirement. This creates a significant gap, leading to financial depletion and increased dependency on others. That's why it's so important to start planning and saving early. Compounding interest, which can significantly grow your savings, works best when you give it time to build. The sooner you start, the better prepared you'll be for a comfortable retirement. The key message here is that relying on your children as your retirement plan is simply not realistic anymore. In India, household debt has tripled over the past decade, which means families are facing much heavier financial pressures than before. Young adults today are juggling EMIs, education expenses, and job instability, making it difficult for them to take on the additional financial responsibilities of supporting their parents. Beyond the financial strain, there's also a significant emotional impact. Dependence on children can create tension within family relationships, often leading to a loss of dignity and autonomy for retirees. This isn't just stressful for the parents but can cause a ripple effect of financial and emotional strain across multiple generations. So, it's crucial to plan for retirement independently, rather than assuming children will be able to carry the burden. Most people tend to start planning for their financial future too late. In fact, studies show that about 60 to 70% of individuals begin their investment planning only in their mid-40s. This delay can be quite costly, as illustrated in the table here. If you start investing at age 25 with a monthly SIP of 5,000 rupees, by the time you reach 60, your corpus could grow to approximately 1.76 crore rupees. However, if you start at 35, the same monthly investment will give you around 70 lakh rupees at 60. And starting even later, at 45, results in a much smaller corpus of about 23 lakh rupees. These calculations assume a 12% annual return, which is typical for equity mutual funds. The key takeaway is clear: starting early allows compounding to work in your favor, significantly increasing your wealth over time. So, the earlier you begin, the better your financial future will look. When we look at government schemes, it's important to understand that they are not a complete safety net for retirement planning. Take PMVVY, for example. It offers a return of about 7 to 8%, but there's a cap of 15 lakh rupees, and the returns are relatively low. It's a safe option but not enough on its own. Then there's the Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, or SCSS, which provides a slightly higher return of 8.2% and allows up to 30 lakh rupees. It's a good supplement to your retirement funds but shouldn't be relied upon alone. The Atal Pension Yojana targets people in the unorganized sector and guarantees a fixed payout capped at 5,000 rupees per month, which provides basic security but is quite limited in scale. Lastly, EPFO and NPS offer returns around 8 to 10% but are only available to salaried employees, and unfortunately, only about 10 to 12% of the workforce is actually covered under these schemes. So, while these government plans provide some level of support, they have limitations in returns, coverage, or caps, which means they should be part of a broader retirement strategy rather than the sole solution. Here are 10 harsh realities to consider when thinking about retirement. First, 7 out of 10 retirees in India depend on their children for financial support. Second, the elderly population in India is expected to double by 2040, putting more pressure on the younger generation. Third, a staggering 90% of Indians do not have a formal pension plan, which leaves many vulnerable during retirement. Fourth, medical inflation is a serious concern, running at around 14% annually, which can quickly erode savings. Fifth, retirement can last anywhere from 25 to 30 years, meaning people need to plan for a long period without regular income. Sixth, children themselves are already burdened with debt, making it challenging for them to support their parents. Seventh, due to inflation, 50,000 rupees today would need to be 160,000 rupees in 20 years to maintain the same purchasing power. Eighth, half of all retirees end up outliving their savings, which highlights the risk of inadequate financial planning. Ninth, 60 to 70% of people start planning for retirement too late, reducing their opportunities to build sufficient funds. Finally, government schemes are designed to supplement retirement income but they do not replace personal savings or planning. These truths underscore the importance of early and comprehensive retirement planning to ensure financial security in later years. The time to act was yesterday, meaning the best time to start making positive changes or decisions is always sooner rather than later. Warren Buffett wisely said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." This highlights the importance of prioritizing saving first rather than treating it as an afterthought. It's about being proactive with your finances and planning ahead. So, are you ready to take control of your future? If you have any questions or want to discuss how to get started, feel free to reach out to me via email, phone, or LinkedIn. Let's make your financial goals a reality together.